People in glass thrones should not stow houses.
Hey Steve, isn't that a lighthouse over there? Crikey, it's tall.
You see those rocks over there, Jimmy? Well, they're visible to us, but to the naked eye, to ships out there, they're not visible. Look, if you look really, really closely, you can see a ship of some kind. A trawler, I think.
Oh, I get it. The lighthouse warns the ships where the rocks are.
Got it in one. Let's try knocking on their door, see if we can get some shelter.
Come on, old son. Let's go on a trip. Maybe we can get a cuppa.
Oh, how wonderful. Gosh, it's big, isn't it?
It's a lighthouse, not a flaming candle.
Has he stopped talking to himself like a madman yet?
Certainly mad, all right.
Gosh, what are you strange people doing here?
We're looking for shelter. Our little boat hit the rocks and may we come in?
Well, yes, I suppose you could. Probably only for just one night, though. I'll introduce you to Uncle Barney. Follow me, chaps. Come on.
Thank you.
Who are these people, Tom?
Guests, Uncle Barney. I'm Tom Cribbins, by the way.
Ah, I'm Barney Tober, the lighthouse keeper. And you are?
I'm Stephen Brown. This is my sister Lizzie and our friend Jimmy.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Gav.
Our boat ran into some difficulty and I thought we'd better find some cover before...
Tom, make our guests some cocoa and put the stove on to warm them. I'll be back in a minute.
Have a seat, make yourselves comfortable.
Hello? Who's there?
Tober!
Oh, Mr. Blake, you gave me such a fright.
That's Tober. I don't like it.
Don't you worry about that, Mr. Blake. You just keep your boys down in the cellar.
But they'll get impatient if they got nothing to do, and boredom leads to destruction.
I'll deal with them, Mr. Blake. You have my word.
Here we are, Uncle. Nice cup of cocoa.
Good lad, Tom. You enjoy living in a lighthouse, Tom?
Oh, yes, I do, sir. It's ever so exciting. Especially on a night like this, when there's so much fog.
Really? When did you go to school?
I don't go to school. School is for girls.
Sounds like you, Jimmy.
Yeah, two right schools for girls and boffins. Not men like us, eh, Tom?
Yeah.
Take no notice of Tom here. He works at the lighthouse every other month, and he goes to school the month in between.
Pretty big, Mr. Tober. Would you give us a tour?
It's Barney, please. And of course I will. You get a terrific view from the top across the Bay of Death.
Bay of Death?
You mean to say you haven't heard of the Bay of Death?
It's just a name like. Residents gave it to this area because there was a series of shipwrecks long before this place was built.
Interesting.
I bet you get a fantastic view across the bay at night from here. You know, with all the ships and the lights on the waters.
They are great at sunset.
How long have you been here, Mr. Tober?
Oh, let me think now. Round 24 years. Feels like 30, mind. Lonely job.
And you stay here? Why don't you get something in the village?
Oh, I could have done something when I was younger, I suppose. But at my age, well, jobs are hard to find. There's still one thing I don't get, though.
Go on.
Well, I've been working at the lighthouse since I was a kid. Younger than Tom here. But something seems to draw in ships. Current's strong round here.
Could be some kind of undersea current. You know, seabeds moving, etc.
Unless it's more than just a sea current.
More? You joke, sir. The sea is dark and empty.
I disagree with you there, Mr. Tober. The sea may be dark, but it's never empty.
Sure gets dark in this place. Seems that gives so much light and all.
I guess so.
That Tom bloke seems an alright chap. I could try and stay in touch with him.
Like a pen pal?
Yeah, something like that. We can send each other letters. My ma used to send letters to our auntie. We can make bets about the football. Yeah.
And how do you propose to get letters to Earth, Mr. Bennett?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I like this era, Lizzie. So much respectability and an interesting time. So much innovation with science and so much more yet to come. You're not making this easy, Liz.
Well, I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? Put on a brave face to match your new one?
It's not all my fault. I've been about as close to death as I've ever been. I've cheated it many times, but it just caught up with me, and the result of this second chance is I've had undergone this ridiculous metamorphosis.
You just don't get it, do you?
Oh, God.
No, Lizzie, I don't get it. I'd love for you to make me understand what it...
Just leave it, yeah?
I just want to understand, that's all.
Tom, you in there?
Who's that?
Who are you?
I was going to ask you the same question, Nipper.
You want me to get rid of them, Mr. Blake?
No, Josiah, wait till Talbot gets back. In answer to your question, my name is...
Josiah? What the... Get back down the cellars!
What's going on here?
That is what I would like to know.
Who are they, Barney?
Yes, go on, Barney. Tell the gentleman.
Well, they're my friends, companions. They're staying for a while.
Okay, shut it, Talbot. Cut the waffle. My name is Blake. This is Josiah, my business associate. We're smugglers. And you two?
Real life smugglers?
Shh, Jimmy. My name is Stephen Brown. This is my friend Jimmy, and my sister Lizzie's around here somewhere. So, Barney's hiding you here from the police, is he?
You mean is this lighthouse our base? No, we're looking for treasure. Treasure that is buried around here.
We arrived here last week and already we've searched all of the lighthouse, but we still ain't found anything.
Okay, Josiah, I don't think the gentleman wished to know our findings.
Aye, sir.
The treasure was buried beneath this lighthouse in 1812. This here lighthouse was built in 1764, and we ain't found nothing. Me and Josiah have searched this place from top to bottom.
Many people have been killed on the rocks around here. This isn't a very good lighthouse.
Now, just a minute. I do a damn good job here, and I have done for the last 24 years.
You don't do a good job at all. There's more bodies on them there rocks than there is the whole of the graveyard.
Why, you? That ain't my fault!
Don't provoke him!
We set out tonight, Sam, my boy.
That swell's still going on, Captain. Wouldn't do us good form to get stuck in the Bay of Death.
The Bay of Death. Strange things happen in the Bay of Death. I wouldn't like to take my chances.
Well, what are you thinking then?
Go untie the boat. I've got an appointment with some treasure that I don't want to be late for.
So, we've searched this lighthouse 100 times. And we'll search it another 100 times until I am satisfied that the treasure is not buried inside this lighthouse.
Then what?
Yeah, I'd like to know what you propose to do next.
He means search the sea.
Oh, penny for your thoughts, Miss Lizzie.
Tom, you startled me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
I wasn't thinking about anything in particular, Tom. Just a few things niggling me, that's all.
Well, I hope there's not too many, because I won't have a penny for every single thought. Do you fancy a brew? I'm just about to go and put one on.
That'd be lovely, Tom. Do you fancy escorting a lady down into the kitchen?
Be my pleasure, Miss Lizzie.
Presuming, of course, that there is some treasure.
There he is.
Presuming, of course, that there is some treasure here. What do you intend to do if it remains hidden?
Then Plan B comes into operation.
Plan B? What's all that about?
Don't tell him, sir, Tobro.
Tobro what? No, come on, Blake. My mind's beginning to be filled with curiosity over this mysterious Plan B.
What's your Uncle Barney? Fancy a brew?
Steve?
Lizzie, what are you planning, Blake?
Well, this is only a last resort. But if our little search turns up nothing, then using explosives, I will terminate the relationship between this lighthouse and the land that it stands on.
Say that in English.
He's gonna blow this place, taking a leaf out of Guy Fawkes' book.
What?
You're mad. You can't do that.
Why?
Well, the ships. They need the lighthouse to avoid danger.
But they don't avoid danger, do they? In fact, they might do better without it. But one thing I do know, if I don't find this treasure, then this lighthouse becomes rubble. Yes, Barney, rubble. And if you're not careful, you'll go up with it!